Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the UCF Knights, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hurricanes will put toe to leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. So UCF's offense will go on the attack first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Knights moving quickly to the line. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Knights are on the move.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Fires to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Knights line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Right back to him on the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And It's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to...
Breaks into the open. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The Knights are in the hurry-up.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him.
He's going for it all. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Miami. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can. They're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
And the Canes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Got his man out of the backfield. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Cook. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success, stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to have it.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
UCF 0.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Knights want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, the ground game. He has the 1st and still on his feet.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll try the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Knights in a good spot shot here with second and short. All right, guys, let's talk a little UCF. Losing early in the year can be detrimental, also can be galvanizing. You realize not much margin for error, and they suddenly have put it together and won their last two.
The dips in the season early really served as motivation for them, and they were able to turn the page. They were able to be resilient. And 18 to 22-year-olds in college football, David, it's easier said than done, but this team really is about that.
Yeah, and they're starting to get it together, and you can see it. Like, I think early in the season, too, Jesse, you're figuring out who you are as a team. I think they kind of got that figured out, and I look for this team to win today and climb up into those rankings.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got an open man. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Got him downfield. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. With the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not exactly what you wanted on first down. It's second and goal from the 13. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. South Carolina is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Jadeveon Clowney had a hand in getting this kid to Columbia, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Auburn. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
43-yard line. Second down.
Looking to fire. Unloads it left. With the catch, it's Cook. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Just a hair too much on him from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Brings up second down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. And I think the thought process is, look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Wants to go up top. Swings it out to the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
The Knights send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Caught over the middle, it's Cook. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this 1st half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right down the middle. That's caught. It's Boston. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch. The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. Working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
And the Hurricanes have their offense turning it on. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Canes can really attack on this second and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Cook. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. With the catch, it's Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
A strike downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Canes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case this is the game of the week in the Big 12. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Tulsa. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Knights will hustle to the line.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
The give from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
There he goes. He'll work his way down to the 28. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Hurricanes just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Canes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll run for it on third and short. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
28, UCF 10.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. To the air on second down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy is.
And they look the same, don't they? They look the part. Just.
And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. The Knights will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Canes! And the punishment has been extended. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, oh, it's bigger dreams for this squad.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
UCF 10.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes the grab. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Might as well give it to him again. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Hey, fourth and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the first down.
And the Canes are marching down the field. From the gun, running back gets the give. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
The Hurricanes have it in scoring position on first and goal.
Military stun! Military stun!
Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Can the D... them on second and goal. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on third and goal. Moves away as he feels pressure. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. South Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Columbia, one of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Auburn. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Backed up now here, second and long. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's first and 10. Takes the easy completion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on on 2nd and long. The give on the option. Makes a man miss. Got the first down. Looking for more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game tonight.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.